Hello everyone, welcome to LearnHub YouTube channel. This is Ajeshwini, and in this video I am going to explain about how to find the kth smallest element in array using bubble sort. Bubble sort is one of the algorithmic technique. In bubble sort, we travel from left to right of an array and we compare the two adjacent elements whether the elements are in correct order or not. If the elements are not in correct order, then we swap them. That is, if the first element is greater than the second element, then we will swap so that the highest element will be on the right side and the smallest element will be on the left side of the array. So let us take a small example which is having array size 5 and the elements are 5, 3, 4, 1 and 2. So as we traverse from left to right and we check first two adjacent elements, that is 5 and 3. As 5 is greater than 3, we have to swap the elements so that 3 is at the 0th index of the array and 5 is at the first index of the array. And then we'll check the next two adjacent elements, that is 5 and 4. As 5 is greater than 4, we will swap the elements. So 4 will be at the first index and 5 will be at the second index. And then we will check the next two elements, that is 5 and 1. As 5 is greater than 1, we need to swap them. And 4 will be at the second index and 5 will be at the third index. Then we will check the next two adjacent elements, that is 5 and 2. That is, obviously 5 is greater than 2, we need to swap them, and 2 will be at the third index and 5 will be at the fourth index, that is last index of the array. So round 1 of sorting is completed, but still the array is not sorted, so we go for round 2. Now again we'll check first two elements, that is whether 3 is greater than 4 or not, no need of swapping, and then check next two adjacent elements 4 and 1. Here 4 is greater than 1, so we need to swap them so that first indexed element will be 1 and second indexed element of the array will be 4. And then we'll check next two adjacent elements, that is 4 and 2. As 4 is greater than 2, we need to swap them so that 2 will be at the second index and 4 will be at the third index of the array. And then we will check next two elements, that is 4 and 5. Here 4 is less than 5 and no need of swapping. Then we go for third round of sorting, because still in second round the array is not sorted. Here the array having elements 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, and then now we need to sort the elements. Now we'll check the first two elements 3 and 1. As 3 is greater than 1, we need to swap them so that 0 indexed element will be 1 and first indexed element will be 3. So now to swap, because the array is not sorted, so we'll check the next two elements 3 and 2. So as 3 is greater than 2, we'll swap them so that 2 will be at first index and 3 will be at the second index. And then we'll check next two elements of the array, that is 3 and 4. As 3 is less than 4, no need of swapping. And we'll check the next two elements 4 and 5. As 4 is less than 5 and there is no need of swapping. So we'll get this sorted array. We'll get the sorted array as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which will be in ascending order, which is written. Now let us see the program, which is written in C language. So this is the documentation section which describes about the program, and this is the header file, standard input output header file, and this is the main function where the execution starts. We have declared an array of integer type with size 5. The elements of the array are 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. We have declared the array statically, and we have declared two variables I and j, which is of integer type, and we have assigned a value k equal to 3. That is, we need to find the third smallest element in the array. So we are printing the array before sorting with the help of the for loop, and the loop starts from 0 index and it goes up to the size of the array, that is up to fourth index of the array. And next here I is equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. The first for loop is for iterating through the elements of the array, and the second for loop is for checking whether the two adjacent elements are in correct order or not. Here in second for loop we have initialized j equal to I plus 1 and j is less than 5, j plus plus. We have initialized j equal to I plus 1 because we need to compare the element with the next element. Then we will enter the loop, and here there is an if condition. We will check the condition, that is the first element is greater than second element or not. If the first element is greater than second element, then we are going to swap. That is, we have declared a temporary variable and we have stored the zero indexed value in temporary variable. We have assigned the first index value to the zero indexed element of the array, and then we have assigned first indexed value to the temporary variable. So in this way, the swapping is done if the first element is greater than the second element. And now we are going to print the sorted array, and then we have to find the third smallest element, as we have given k value as 3. So here we have taken 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. After sorting the array, the elements of the array will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the third smallest element will be the second index. Here the third smallest element is 3. So the third smallest element will be RR of k minus 1. So let us run the program. So here we can see, before sorting the array, the elements of the array are 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. After sorting the array, the elements are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The third smallest element is 3. Thank you.